What made you choose to pay that money?
Thank you. Like you said, it's right here. I was seated where BullDog is sitting. So I had finished from Joy, so I just wanted to hail the two brothers and run away. Because, so I said, make I hail them and run away. So say, oh, you don't go come, you do that. So by the time I got in here, they were talking about an issue already on radio. I was not really paying attention.
Right.
But before I sat, I had to see the video back to be sure, to be able to. So before I sat, the conversation was going to a point where Chega just threw it to me and be like, oh, so if somebody pay something around those ends, say, oh, Stone, like this one, if you go fee, you go nice. So that's how he presented. I'm like, yeah, why not? Because before I start, I remember hearing something about Tinny. So I'm like, why not? And I think I must have. I didn't really even pay attention to what it really was, if the amount. So I was, but irrespective, boss will be saying, I'm saying, oh, why not? So I think the guy wanted to continue to talk and explain. And I said, no, that one I don't know about it. But the forward way they need, specifically like that, where it's, oh, boss, if you say so, the others, okay. So I said, then we're going to leave the money with Don Chega, so that you can come and pick it up.
Right.
God knows. At that time, I had settled in already. I didn't even say, oh, I go send you. There are some ways that you can say things that would mean that you want to take shine off of the thing. So I said I would leave it with Don Chega so that you come and collect. There was nothing relating to Tinny. At that point, I didn't forgetting about whose issue it was. Honestly, done. We went out there. I used the ATM. I left it behind, and I know we left it. Further on, I saw a lot of news. I chanced upon a few that I wouldn't even retweet because it will sound some way or it feels some way when somebody sees it. Because we have fans who are really happy when we do some of these things and use it against other people, But I don't condone that level. So time passed, and then when I heard, I think it was Hagler who sent me the video. Have you seen this? Mahaka? I'm like, hey, what is loading? Make I see what it be. So when I saw it, I was like, I'm not really surprised about school.
Now, we all know this video that was trending of Tinny. Tinny went to say at OKFM that Stonebwoy is a fool for, clearing his name or for coming to hear that he is in debt. And Stonebwoy just agreed to pay the debt without calling him first to ask him any question. And, when I made the video about it, there were a lot of questions that were coming in. Like, was Tinny really owing the guy? And did Stonebwoy pay the money? And if Stonebwoy paid the money and the guy, Tinny was not owing the guy, then who took the money? Or if Stonebwoy paid the guy and Tinny was indeed owing the guy, why should Tinny come and insult people? Now, all these questions have been answered. Whether Tinny likes it or not, he owes Stonebwoy an apology. Whether he likes it or not. Because some facts have come that now, if you analyze the whole story, you realize that, hey, Makola Pape, you goof. Aye, Makola Pape, you goof. Big time. Now, all the evidence are here. I'm the Headless YouTuber, Headless Reactions. Alatai, Yanka! So the initial story that came through is that Tinny was contracted by someone called Yaw Menkasa to come and do a show in Oti region. The guy made an initial payment of 2,000 Ghana cedis. When it was time for the show, Tinny didn't show up. Now the guy came back to Tinny and came to tell Tinny, said, hey, give me back my money. Tinny couldn't pay. His car was seized, taken to the police station. Now in an interview, while they were asking the guy for details of the whole thing, Stonebwoy came to the interview on Hitz FM. And they just told Stonebwoy, oh, this is what Tinny has done. And Stonebwoy said, oh, 2,000, I'll pay. And now months later, Tinny has come to come and insult people for discussing that issue. And he also insulted Stonebwoy for just paying without asking him. Now, in developments. On an interview, they were asking the guy, the Yaw Menkasa guy, they were asking him questions. What really happened? After Stonebwoy said that he will pay the money. The Stonebwoy paid the money. What happened to Tinny's car? Apparently, Stonebwoy paid the money that day. He left the money in the studio. They called the guy to come for the money. The guy came for the money. After the guy came for the money, the guy called the CID to come and to tell the CID that, okay, Tinny has paid, like someone has paid for Tinny. So now his car, you can give the car to him. After the car was given, after that, the guy, Tinny was called and Tinny came for his car. So if you weren't owing anybody, why did you go for the car? When you went for the car, you were told that Stonebwoy has paid for you. You didn't call Stonebwoy to show gratitude. Nothing. In fact, this is what BullDog said about this whole thing on UTV's United Showbiz. Watch this video.
No, Memphis said Stonebwoy 2 years can right there, right?
Yes.
Already on
yes, or just can or you in interview now, or just can marry don.
Okay.
Into the don frere
Menkasa.
Menkasa, and a Menkasa Bejis can, and a Menkasa frere CID no.
Okay.
Say, oh, Stonebwoy at 2 tiny cano.
Into
on just no far canima tiny.
The tiny bar on
Fanny man. Into CID is no frere tiny. Say on Befanica.
Because it's 2 years can.
Because they are trying to see cano.
Okay.
Says, yes, they catch and cry, say, Stonebwoy at 2 years cano.
Come on.
When they are some no could die.
And yes, or see, if you're China and I say, and you may, or Becco Fakan, or Kofan and Lumina.
Okay.
Now, someone may say, okay, now this a BullDog, what BullDog is saying there? It is a long story. What if BullDog is telling lies? Now, we've heard from the guy on Kasangasa, his name is Yaw Menkasa. Now, this guy's name is Yaw Menkasa. Yaw don't talk, but this guy is talking too much. He's talking too much. He needs to go and chill. He needs to stop talking and drink some water. Drink awake water. After that, he should go and take Puma soft drink. And when he gets the energy, he needs the energy, then he can go and buy some energy drink. Now, as you're talking about Yaw Menkasa and what he's saying, if you want to go to Qatar to watch the FIFA World Cup, buy Storm energy drink, buy awake water, buy Puma soft drink. Look on the bottle, you see a 4-digit code. Text it to *780#. Choose the second option. And you can also win amazing prizes, including you can win an all-expense paid trip to Qatar to go and watch the World Cup. You can also win fridges, microwaves, blenders, mobile phones, television sets, and a whole lot. That's the Yanko Qatar promotion. Now, this is an interview. Yaw Menkasa, the guy who sees Tinny's car. This is what his narration of what really happened. After the money was paid, what even led to Tinny's car being confiscated at the police station. And after the money was paid, how Tinny went for his car. Watch this video.
How did you get Tinny's car to the police station? Do this quickly for me. How were you able to get him to the Taifa police station?
Okay, this issue is all about Tinny is owing me. I paid him for a program at OT Region. And after the show, Tinny didn't come to the show. So I went to him and I said, Tinny, give me back my money. And Tinny said, he don't have money, but he can do something for me. And I said, what can you do? He said, he want to give me his car to go and park it in my house. And I told him, Tinny, I'm not a policeman and I cannot see your car. So it's better to drive the car with me. Then when we move to the police station and we write our statement. And Tinny said, okay, no problem. So he drove the car to the Taifa police station. And we met a CID who is called CID Dauda. That's CID Dauda. His name is Dauda. And he said, who is this man? I said, this man is a legend, Tinny. He took my money for a program and he didn't come. He refused to pay the money too. And Dauda said, what? So Tinny explained himself that, oh, the fact is true. He didn't come. He refused to come to my program. but he will refund the money back to me. And the CID say, you did this to this small boy because he's an upcoming artist. And that's very bad. So we will lock you here. And anyone who come and pay your bill or anyone who will come and give you a grant a bill for you, the person will pay the debt for the guy. And Tinny say, for what? And the CID say, we don't do this here. So whether you find the money or we lock you here. And Tinny say, okay, then I will leave my car. So we even beg for him. So after that, I think you people heard the case and you grant an interview, you call me, that you have to allow me to explain myself if the case is true. So you asked me these questions and I told you all everything about this issue. The issue is true and I have this thing, evidence at Taifa police station right now. So if you call my CID will explain everything to you about this issue. And Stonebwoy say, okay, yeah, I'll clear it, I'll pay it. And I say, Stonebwoy, I was even wondering, say, Stonebwoy is there. I said, oh, yeah, forget about the story and let's forward. I said, okay. Then if Stonebwoy will pay the debt for him, then I don't have any problem. So after the interview, I was there and I had a call from one of your presenters. Said, Stonebwoy said, you should carry my money for me, so I should stop every case. I said, okay, no problem. It's my money that I'm looking for. So if I get my money, no problem. So we have to cut everything off. So that's the whole issue.
All right, so when you collected the money, what did you do?
After I collected the money, I went to the policeman, that's my CID, and I told him Tinny has given me the money back. By even the money we find from Stonebwoy, the legend Stonebwoy. So this is the money, 2,000, and I show it to my CID, and my CID is okay. Then I'm coming to court Tinny in front of me. So he called Tinny, say, Tinny, yeah, the guy said you have been refined the money to him. And I said, through Stonebwoy. And Tinny said, okay, you will come for my car, maybe in the evening or maybe the next day. So I went home and my CID called me like, oh, your man come for his car this evening. And
Hey, so he went for his car and didn't call Stonebwoy to thank him. Hey. So now it has been established that, okay, indeed, Tinny was owing the guy. They even wanted to arrest Tinny, but no, they just put his car down. He couldn't pay the 2,000 cedis. Stonebwoy came to pay. Now, I agree with what BullDog said. Even if Stonebwoy has paid and he didn't contact you, and now they've contacted you to tell you, say, hey, Stonebwoy has paid your debts for you. You can come and take your car. And you went to take your car that same night. Couldn't you have called Stonebwoy to tell him that, oh, this and this and this is happening. I've been giving back my car, thank you. But next time, if you hear somebody is owing, confirm with the person first. Can't you say something like that? Instead of coming on radio to insult Stonebwoy, to tell Stonebwoy he's a fool for joining the others to, discuss this issue without calling you first. And this is months after you have gone to take your car from the police station. And you are driving your car, knowing very well that Stonebwoy is the one who paid. And you also couldn't call Stonebwoy. You see, two wrongs don't make a right. If Stonebwoy didn't call you before settling your debts, and your debt has been settled, and you knew you didn't owe anybody or you didn't want help from anybody, you shouldn't have gone for your car. What you should have done is, as if you want to do proper ahomaswo, if you get the 2,000, call the organizer, give him the 2,000, tell him, I have paid you your money. Whatever money you want to take from Stonebwoy, go and give it back to Stonebwoy. Then you go for your car. That is proper ahomaswo. But you didn't do that. When you were told that your debt has been paid by Stonebwoy, you went for your car that same night. So now, why are you insulting Stonebwoy? I think Tinny owes Stonebwoy an apology. I really think Tinny owes Stonebwoy an apology. And why hasn't he, even at that interview, he could have cleared the issue. He could have said, oh, I'm not owing anybody. He could have, but nothing. all he was focused on was why people were discussing him and why, as if the whole thing is a lie. But indeed, your car was seized. Indeed, your car was seized because of 2,000 cedis. Indeed, Stonebwoy paid the money. Indeed, after Stonebwoy paid, you went for your car. And after all this, you thank Stonebwoy by going on radio to insult him. And no. Watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Yeah, Yapong.